some school of thought has that June 12th is very instructive to the democracy of Nigeria. So our democratic experience now. What's your own thought on that?
I have no problem with recognizing June 12th as a national day, but not as a democracy day. Because yes, we have holidays.
Don't you think it's a test of democracy?
No, but you don't just acclaim everything to be a national honors day. A free day. You can't just say, is this the first time? Why didn't you use 1979 as our own democracy day, October 1? Why are we just celebrating 1999? It was because of the long span of military engagements and the return to civil rule. And which of the civil rules have seen a sort of a transition and a consistency? It is 1999 till date. We're counting how many years now? We're 18 years. So why would you just bring things and just say that you're recognizing June 12th? Why won't you recognize October 1, 1979? Wasn't it not a transition? Why won't you go back to 1960? Was it also not a civil rule? So there must be sanity in what we do. I have no problem with recognizing June 12th. I also have no problem with giving Abiola an award, a posthumous award, but it shouldn't be selective in nature. Give Abiola, give Bashir Tofa. Who was the NRC candidate? What was the gap? And punish Nwosu, Humphrey. Why is he opening his dirty mouth now and talking about the fact that when he also conspired and connived with the then president not to announce, it is now that he has found his voice. So the truth is not to give them accolades, and people are interviewing people like Humphrey Nwosu, and Humphrey Nwosu's comments are taken and people are reading. Someone who sold an oath he took to be fair to all. So I don't think June 12th, you can acclaim June 12th with a different name if you want. You can acclaim it with a day of agitations for democracy. I agree. You can acclaim it with a national day, that's a holiday day in this country, to recognize the movement for civil rule. I agree. And then you have to also pick people from Nadeko and award them national honors. Not just pick Abiola, pick Gani Fawumi from the south and sandwich Baba Gana into it. Who would you see today? Who accepted it? The rest were not decorated. It is only Baba Gana that was decorated. And when you decorate someone with a GCOM, what it means is that you cannot take him to court without the permission of the president. Because the national honors, all of them on the national honors list, they have immunity. So what are we saying? Someone who denied us, disrespected this country, sold the mandate that they won, and he didn't argue. He didn't pursue for Nigerians to find who killed Abiola. How did he die? And you just come 3 years after your misgovernance, and you're thinking that you can just kick people aside. I don't think I'm also one of the people who will agree to this. No.
Okay, sir. Let's talk about the Humphrey Nwosu.
Yes.
The INEC, the then INEC.
Yeah.
Many many school of thought, if you listen to commentaries, are still of the opinion that Humphrey Nwosu is supposed to be celebrated because he stand by his word, declaring that Abiola is the winner of the election.
At what time? At what time?
As of the time of the election.
No, he didn't. Because if he had declared, it wasn't the president that had the mandate to declare the president of Nigeria. It is by law, the National Electoral Commissioner, the chairman, national chairman of INEC, then NEC, National Election Commission. So he had all the powers given to June 12th, Democracy Day, because is democracy a one-day thing? Was he sworn in? Did he take an oath to give him the rank of GCFR? That you don't need to go through the committee. It's automatic once you're sworn in as president of this country. And of what value is Baba Gana? And so I tell Nigerians, they should watch out. He's a plan B for this government. If this guy becomes unpopular as he's getting by the hour and by the minute, Mr. President Buhari, then their next point is to bring in a Baba Gana. And it's not only him, it's the cabal that is around Mr. President who have messed these 3 years down the line. They are trying to revamp and then launder him because he has lost his image. But now he's back to limelight as GCOM. How can you abuse the second best, highest title and give it to Baba Gana Kingibe? With what he has done, how he has benefited from this country, coming to deny his nationality, not because he's a dual citizen, because he never declared he was a dual citizen of Chad and Nigeria. We have duality of citizens. But he never declared that he was holding 2 citizenship. He came, abandoned Nigeria, went to Chad to contest. Look, Nigerians should go back to their history and read people from their history and their consistency. He's a very inconsistent person. So I see him as their alternative. They're the ones running this government. They're the ones causing all the confusion.
Okay. So, so what would be your final comment?
My final comment is to declare June 12th as an MKO Abiola Day. Strip Baba Gana of this title. He's not worth having it. And then also grant Bashir Tofa, who contested in that election. If he had refused, it would have been a conflict. Grant him a title. I don't know what title they're going to give him or an honors they're going to give him. And then look for people who were in Nadeko, who also worked out the process that eventually led us to what you call the democracy or the civil rule that we're celebrating 18 years, that Buhari is a beneficiary of it. Look for individuals in it, across Nigeria, those from the southwest, those from the south-south, those from the southeast, those from the north-central, middle belt, those from the northwest, and those from the northeast, who really came together to make sure that the military returned to the barracks and that we have what looks like what you call a seeming example of a transition that would lead us to democracy. But we're now in a civil war. These are my thoughts. But the sandwiching of Baba Gana to launder him is a disgrace to this country.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.